Warning, this will have spoilers for the Mario Galaxy movie. Hop off now if you don't want to get spoiled. I mean it. Hop off right now. Hey everyone, Mario Kart Gamer Dude here, reviewing the Super Mario Galaxy movie. It's been a long wait, like a very long wait, but the moment is finally here. I watched the movie with my cousins, and I have a lot to say about it. So, did this movie deliver? Yes, but of course, not every product is perfect. It has flaws, which we'll get into. The story of this movie is that Princess Rosalina, yes, she's referred as a princess, is captured by Bowser Jr., who plans to use her powers to amplify his Boomsday machine, yeah, Boomsday, on the planet that he has made, and also rescue his father, and of course, our heroes have to save the day. This movie really doesn't lie when it comes to being fast-paced, because it just keeps going, and they said that as much. And, again, I do think it hurts the film in some ways, because there are so many things that leave open questions, and I think some of the things that we got in the movie should have either been cut down, cut entirely, or touched on a bit more. Now, we're gonna dive into spoiler territory because I'm gonna go over major stuff. Yoshi is introduced, and we do get a little bit of a backstory for him, and in a rather funny manner as Mario and Luigi don't understand him. He's great on screen. I love the personality they gave him. He literally is the third Mario brother, which makes sense because he was in Brooklyn the entire time till later. The day this is all happening is on Peach's birthday. Not exactly her birthday, it's just the anniversary of when the Toads found her. And Mario has a present for her that he is nervous to give her. Just good friends. Oh yeah. And if they really were just good friends, we wouldn't get Luigi and Yoshi teasing Mario about liking her. Why would they think that if they were just good friends? And Mario nervously denying it? Oh, can't a guy give a present to his friend to show how much she means to him? And Mario literally brings up, do you think a princess would go out with a plumber? Good friends. Yeah, why would Mario worry about going out with Peach if he only saw her as just a friend? Nintendo, stop. The fact that you allow this into the movie kind of shows that this thing is not, it's not accurate. This whole liking her bit is basically Mario's whole thing in the movie. It's very cute. The moment when Mario is about to give her a handshake when Peach was expecting a hug, it's just hilarious because, he's like, well, I thought it would be cool, be like this. And oh my god, it was hilarious. It was hilarious. And this whole romance thing, it pays off. Kinda. Peach kisses him on the cheek, which, it always happens in the games, but again, it doesn't really confirm anything about them dating or anything, but we'll see in the next movie. Also, a side note, I'm glad that we're seeing some sibling teasing between Mario and Luigi, because we didn't really get that. I know that these two are very close, they love each other and everything, but, they're family, siblings, they're gonna get on each other's nerves at some point. And speaking of Luigi, Luigi brings up hoping that Peach has a friend for him. More on this later. I'm very glad as a Luigi fan that Luigi stuck with Mario majority of the time in this movie. He has more to do. He's just there for the ride, and also being like Bowser's lightning rod to help convince Mario that he's good. He and Luigi are in a book club together. Wow. Luigi and Bowser's dynamic is like funny as heck. The whole Bowser thing, which I'll get into about Bowser later. We do get this one minor thing with Toad that's like tossed aside fast, which I didn't really like. Him being jealous of Yoshi, because he thought that, Yoshi coming in and, getting Mario and Luigi's attention and everything. I thought we'd get like something like that, Toad being left out and everything, but no, it's like ignored and only brought up twice. That's it. And then it's forgotten. I especially thought we'd get a character arc for Toad since he's dressed up like Captain Toad. Because in the movies, it's kind of making like apparent that they were planning to make Captain Toad and Toad one and the same person, while in the games, they're two separate characters. But we only see the full ensemble of the Captain Toad fit once. The rest of the time, he only dons the red scarf. Though I think his time with a certain pilot, that I'll talk about later, will help with that. Oh, and if you're probably wondering about Rosalina, she's still captured. Sound familiar? I'll get into this complaint later. Bowser has his own character arc, but then it's regressed back to like the status quo. He didn't want Junior to destroy Mario and Luigi at first, but then it switches back because he sees that this, his people, his son, this is where he belongs. I get why they did that, but it's like, it shows that Bowser can be a good guy if he tries. And Mario, while he doesn't trust him, at the final battle, he does say that he knows that there's still good deep inside Bowser. By the way, spoilers from the final battle, Bowser falls into lava and becomes Dry Bowser. Yes! Side note about the final battle, I like that moment when Bowser fell into the lava and Bowser Jr. was just crying, seeing that Bowser just fell into the lava, he's gone. He thinks that he's gone, and then Mario and Peach are just like right there staring at Bowser Jr. the entire time, looking so guilty, because they're like, oh my god, what have we done? Like, man, imagine if they actually left on with that and didn't show Bowser coming back. Like, that would have been really like, whew, traumatizing. Now, we move on to the new cast, Bowser Jr. and Rosalina. Jr. is written so well, and Benny Safdie does a great performance as a kid. Many weren't sold on him at first, but now I'm seeing so much praise for his time on him. Jr. is just a kid or a teenager, proving himself to his dad, wanting to see their dreams come true, and their relationship is so precious. We get a cute backstory. You can see that Bowser does love Junior. And in case you were wondering, where was Junior in the first movie? Well, we do get an answer. Junior was away at boarding school this whole time, and that's why we haven't seen him. Bowser even says, I haven't seen him in years, and wasn't the best father. Still though, not inviting your son to the wedding? Sounds familiar. Next, the main star, or should I say semi-main star, Rosalina. With the title being the Super Mario Galaxy movie, you'd think she'd have a bigger role or way more screen time, but not exactly. It does kind of feel like the role Luigi had last movie, where he was sidelined most of the time in that movie, but for Rosalina, it's a bit more in my opinion. At least that's what I felt like. And while I do love Brie Larson's voice as Rosalina, she fits it very well. Rosalina does kind of feel sidelined in a Mario Galaxy movie. Of all things, it's no wonder why in every trailer that they've dropped for marketing that they kept showing the same scene where Rosalina was either reading the book to the Lumas or fighting Megaleg. And big spoilers by the way, it's revealed that Rosalina is Peach's older sister.
What?
What?
So I am confusion.
Oh my god! That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
Yeah. That's not a thing in the games. Now, before you say anything, I'm not against them being related. I'm not. But, see, the thing is, in the video game universe, they were gonna be related at first during the development of Rosalina, but this was changed. In this movie, her movie counterpart, Rosalina, we don't get her backstory at all. Well, we get a backstory, but it's not a backstory that is resembling her video game counterpart's backstory. In that version, she has parents and a brother. In the movie version, no such souls. None. Just Peach. I know a franchise having different continuities happens all the time, but for something like this, they'd have to implement that in the games in some way or form, I think. Sure, people can argue about how Captain Toad and Toad are the same person in the movies, but in the games, they're two separate people. But you understand why I'm like, about it. Again, I'm not against them being related. It's fine, it's sweet, I like it. But it does open the door to a lot of, like, floodgates. Though again, when it comes to, like, retconning things, it's not, again, like, new. So, while the reunion of the sisters was sweet, and it did kind of remind me of Frozen, it's so quick. Like, very quick, because we don't get any more answers. Why doesn't Peach ask Rosalina about their parents? Why were they alone when they separated? Who were the villainous forces at the time? What happened to Rosalina once she sent Peach away? I mean, before she met the Lumas. And then the bigger question is, if Rosalina knew this entire time where Peach was, why didn't she go to see her? Like, at all? Also, Peach has cosmic powers when she touches hands with Rosalina. Okay. Very confusing. We get good cameo appearances of King Wart, Birdo, and more. But there is one other character who is important to the plot. And that's Rob! Well, no. Fox Mccloud! Yeah, he's very involved in the plot. Glenn Powell, he does an amazing job as Fox. He's got such a great voice for him, and he is portrayed very hilarious. It kind of reminds me of Sonic a little bit. He's not normally like that, but it's funny. And yes, it's confirmed that he's from another universe. And no, it was stated that by Miyamoto that there are no plans for a Smash Bros. Movie. Plus, even then, it sure feels like we're gonna be getting a Smash Bros. Movie because we also got Pikmin cameos, the rest of the Star Fox crew, and Mr. Game & Watch. Another side note, it does feel a bit strange that Fox has more screen time than Rosalina. Anyway, some other complaints that I'll say is that we definitely needed more slowing down. Get to know these new characters and such. More dynamics, because I just realized when I was writing this review, Peach didn't really interact with Yoshi or Luigi. Just mainly Mario, Toad, and Fox. Toad only interacted with Mario and Luigi only once. That's the only time they ever exchanged words, I believe. The scene where Mario and Luigi are babies maybe should have been cut down. I mean, really, it didn't really add anything, aside from maybe showing a reference to Yoshi's Island. Also, we get Baby Toad. Oh no. And some cameos, I believe, should have had more explaining. What's King Wart's connection to Bowser Jr.? Honey Queen was barely even a thing. And while I did love Fox being here, I don't know. If we cut him from the movie, would anything really change? But hey, seeing Fox here, it does open the door to a Star Fox film. I'm all for it. I have to say real quick though, as another complaint, I think they jumped the gun making this the second installment. They should have saved it for a third film, cause now Peach's arc is kinda done. She found her family and extended family. The Galaxy movie should have been the third, a build-up for Peach's arc like she's getting close to the truth about where she came from. Because how do you go from Galaxy to another third film? Sure, people can just say Odyssey, but still, like, space, you're in outer space. That feels like the more bigger, broader, third final sequel, a build-up of everything that's been leading up to this moment. Okay, now we next move on to the mid-credits and post-credits scene. The mid-credits scene is just Fox leaving and going back to his world, while Bowser Jr. and Dry Bowser are trying to escape when the blue Luma Lee comes in to torture them with scary words. Also, this scene was in the final trailer and also kind of spoiled Bowser Jr. being in jail. Wow. But then again, it happens sometimes in trailers, they spoil things a lot. And now, the post-credits scene. Oh boy. One of the creatures from the Galaxy games gets their bag stolen by an Ukiki, that's how I pronounce it, and then someone punches the monkey to give the bag back. And who is that? Well, here's my reaction to it. No. Daisy? 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 Daisy! Princess Daisy! She is confirmed! She is confirmed! Yes, that little tease from Luigi solidified it for me. She looks great. Now the question remains, what are they gonna do with her? Cause since she debuted in Super Mario Land when an alien Tatanga came down, they can't do another space plot again, so who knows? Maybe a bigger focus on Luigi to help set up their relationship? Maybe Luigi's Mansion? I don't know. Who knows? I got my most wanted, so that's all that matters. Alright, so I did talk negatively earlier on, but here are some positives. The visual works, outstanding. The locations, superb. The animations and facial expressions, on point. Voice acting, 10 out of 10. The music, barely any licensed music, is all the orchestrated ones mostly. I heard so much from all over the series. I know I heard Jump Up Superstar in the casino area. The humor in the script, amazing. The parts with Rob and the others getting annoyed was hilarious. It reminded me of Zootopia. And then also Luigi replying to Peach asking about why her castle was gone. And then he says, it died. And then Peach is just looking at him. Peach and Rosalina are like looking at him like, what? And then the references, so many. Even the iconic barrel roll is said twice. No matter how you feel about this movie, if you're a Mario fan, you'll love it. But don't expect it to be a one-to-one Super Mario Galaxy movie adaptation of the game. It just feels like more like an anniversary movie with the Galaxy title slapped onto it. I give this movie an A- or a B+ if I want to be more super critical on it. If you saw the film, let me know your thoughts. And Daisy fans, we won!